Hi, I'm Brennan from Modern Rodding Magazine, and we're here today at the 75th Annual Grand National Roadster Show. Now, we're standing over with one of the AMBR contenders, and I'm with Roy Brrisio, and he's built this good-looking little orange 32 Highboy Roadster for John Munford. Roy, tell us something.
It's actually an original car. We found an original body and started with that, and here we are.
Okay. Now, in the world of 32 Highboys, this is, let's call it the iconic look. This is what we've seen before. But I want to start with the paint.
Okay.
And the reason I want to do that, I can't ever remember seeing three competitive cars for the AMBR in orange. Now, they're all a little different orange, but orange came back. What made you do this?
You know, it's funny. John's got a 50 Olds, and it's painted Hugger orange. And he kept saying, someday we're going to build a car, you know, Hugger orange. And so this is, as he says, it's his final, which we'll see if that's true.
Okay.
But he said, we're going to do the next one orange. And then we come and there's three orange cars. So orange must be popular again.
That's right. Now, let's get back to the body. You mentioned it was original steel. Did you do anything to any of the sheet metal on the car? Modify it, I should say.
Yeah, no, nothing's been altered from being stock. It's completely stock. Kept it all original. That's what he wanted, including the original 32 grill shell. We didn't even fill the little holes for the crank. He wanted it just all original sheet metal.
Okay. Now, tell me something about the front suspension, because that's pretty typical hot rod fare. What do you have going there?
Very straightforward hot rod. We've got I-beam axle in the front.
Yeah.
And we've got Alan Johnson's wishbones and Alan Johnson's disc brakes. There's actually disc brakes inside the drums. And these are a reproduction of the Kinmont disc brakes they built back in the
Now, is it
50s.
a Willwood product inside?
Willwood caliper,
Yeah.
Willwood rotor, and Alan Johnson's
Okay.
brake kit.
Now, what are the shocks on this? Are they?
QA1.
Okay.
Those are the QA1 adjustable shocks.
And I'm looking at the headlight bar and the headlight stands and the shock stands. That's something you do a lot of.
We built the headlights bar and brackets at the shop. Wanted to kind of give it the old look of, you know, instead of the bar going across on a fendered car, and put the V8 emblem to make sure it showed it was a 32 Ford.
Okay, tell me about the wheels and tires up front.
The wheels are ET, 16-inch, 16x5s, and the rears are 18.7s, and they're built by ET wheels.
Okay.
And we had them fully polished, but they're all knockoff, real knockoffs.
Okay. You can't miss the motor that's in this.
Pretty hard to miss that engine.
Okay, tell us a little something about the Ford.
Well, this is a 427 Ford built by Ed Pink, the old master. And he decided, we were originally going to do an original engine, and he decided he wanted to use the reproduction aluminum block built by Robert Pond. And so it's completely aluminum, and Ed, you've got Hillborn fuel injection. It's got a Holley electronic setup, computer and wiring harness. And yeah, it's very special to have Ed do it.
Okay. What did you back up to it for a transmission?
It's got a Tremec 5-speed.
Okay.
We've got a Winner's Champ quick change in the rear. And we're using Alan Johnson's rear wishbones. And we have Alan Johnson's rear brake kit.
Now, I'm used to seeing 32 Highboys with the gas tank in the back, and you've done that. Tell me a little something about the taillights. What's going on?
Well, the taillights are Pontiac, and we think they're around 1939. John found them at a swap meet, and he walked in the door and said, put these on my next car. And I go, well, I don't know what they're going to work on, but they work perfect on you.
No, they look great.
Yeah, we've gotten a lot of compliments about them because they're not 39 Fords. And,
no.
And
they are reminiscent, though.
They are very close.
Yeah, yeah.
Very close.
Now, tell me a little something about, well, the windshield, I'm used to seeing that. We've got ourselves, how much is it cut
3-inch. That's a 3-inch shop windshield, but basically it's a 32 Ford windshield.
Yeah.
And then the dashboard, we've got a flat dash, but a 32 3-window glove box in there.
Yeah.
And those Stuart Warner gauges are actually all original. We had them restored and by the gauge guy back in Michigan. That's a lot of work to do those gauges. They're very rare.
Gauges are magnificent.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
Cool. And the steering column is just a straight.
Yeah, it's got a
Roadster
line.
column.
That's a Limeworks column,
Okay.
and we've got a Bell 4-spoke steering wheel on there.
Okay. And what about the seating?
Sid Shavers, who
Oh,
does all our
yeah.
work
Yeah.
from San Diego, San Marcos area.
Yeah.
He custom built all the seats for us, and
Okay.
we decided to go with a dark blue leather,
Okay.
and it worked.
Now,
we're really happy with it.
I see an anchor for a top on the side here, but does the car have a top?
Has no top, but that was there in case John decided
Okay.
someday he wanted a top.
All right. What about the bright work? Where'd you get all of the bright?
Sherm's Plating in Sacramento does all our chrome work. They've done everything for us for years.
Yeah.
And Daryl Hollenbeck, Vintage Color, did the paint for us.
Yep. Who did they do the body work as well?
Yeah, body and paint
Okay.
done by Vintage Color.
Okay. Well, Roy, as I have come to expect, and I think everyone else, when you roll something out here, it's a hot rod. It just looks right. And you're coming off of a pretty good year last year.
Yeah, we were very fortunate last year.
You had that AMBR winning 32 Phaeton for the Myers. I mean, it's just absolutely great. What's coming down the road? What are we going to see?
We have a couple more cars in the shop.
Oh.
That we have a really cool little 34 lowboy roadster channel that we're really excited about, and we're gonna bring that here in the next year or two.
Okay.
We got to
Well-
keep coming back and.
Yeah, oh, hey, we
doing
got to
this.
keep this going.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you for your time.
Oh, thank you
And,
for having me.
And I just love everything you do, and
Well,
you know
thank
that.
you, Brian.